Hello everyone, this is Smiti. Today I'm going to teach you the first chapter of s.st of Class 8. The name of the chapter is Resources, Utilization and Development. So, first of all, what are resources? All the things that are necessary for our existence on this planet are known as resources. For example, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the roads, the buildings, and whatever is required for our existence, all are known as resources. Human needs and wants are neither uniform in all parts of the world nor static over the years. What does this mean? This means that our needs are dynamic in nature. They keep time to time. Earlier, the resources were used to satisfy just the basic requirements, that is, food, clothing, and shelter. But as we are moving towards the advanced societies, our needs are multiplying. They are multifarious in nature. So, resources are used to satisfy all these types of needs nowadays. The utility and value of resources keeps on changing from time to time and place to place. For example, earlier water was just used to irrigate the field. The civilization set near the river valley and they used to irrigate their fields with the water. But now water has many uses. For example, it is used for or generating hydroelectricity. It is used in the industries, etc. Similarly, wind energy may be more valuable in USA and in China, but it may not be so useful in India. Similarly, water energy may be useful in India and maybe it is not useful for the other countries. So, the utility and the value of resources also keeps on changing. Now, utilization of resources. Any resource become usable when they are processed. For example, when we take cotton from the fields, it is not so useful in the raw form. First, it is converted into yarn. What is yarn? The thread. Then it is converted into fabric, that is cloth, and finally into garments. When these garments are made, then we use them. So, the processing of resources is necessary. And for this processing, six basic things are required. What are they? The availability of resource first, then availability of capital, that is money, skill of human beings. If human beings will know how to utilize them, then only they can be utilized. Then availability of water. Water is the basic requirement for any industry. Advancement of technology, how good technology you are having to convert the resources. And last one, we have the availability of transport, communication, etc. Putting the raw materials from one place to another and the processed item also from one place to another. Now we have the classification of resources. The resources have been categorized into four groups. First one is on the basis of renewability. Resources have been classified into two, renewable resource and non-renewable resource. What are renewable resources? Resources that can be renewed by nature or by human efforts are known as renewable resources. For example, wind, water, these are the solar energy, these are the examples of renewable resources. On the other hand, non renewable resources take millions of years to get renewed or they get completely exhausted if we do not use them properly. For example, natural gas, petroleum, coal, etc. But some minerals, like metallic ores of gold and silver, have the ability to be recycled. If they will be recycled, then they can be used again and again after processing. So metallic ores of gold and silver are recyclable, non-renewable resources. Then we have on basis of origin. On basis of origin, the resources have been classified into biotic resources and the abiotic resources. All the living resources that we get from the biosphere resources. For example, we have birds, animals, forests, etc. These are renewable in nature. Then we have abiotic resources, resources that are non living in nature and they cannot be renewed. They are known as abiotic resources, for example, land, minerals, etc. Then we have on the basis of occurrence, natural and man made resources. What are natural resources? From the name only we can know the resources that is available from the nature, example wind, water, forest, etc. And what are man made resources? Resources that are made by man to satisfy their needs. For examples, building, roads, machines, tools, equipments, etc. Then last one we have on the basis of their development. They are classified into potential and actual resources. What are potential resources? Resources that are not fully tapped. What meaning of not fully tapped? It means that they have not been surveyed, means that data collection is not thoroughly done. We do not have the exact quantity in what they are present in the country or in the world. For example, 400 barrels of oil might lie beneath the Arctic sea bed, or Arctic sea bed holds 25% of the world's undiscovered oil and natural gas. The words might and may suggest us that they are not exact. So these are known as potential resources. On the other hand, the actual resources are those whose thorough study has been done. A thorough data collection is done and it is ascertained that what amount and in what quality and quantity they are present in the country or in what part of the world. For example, 25.9% of the world's oil reserves is in Saudi Arabia. This suggests us that it is the exact quantity. It is not saying might or may. It is telling Saudi Arabia has 25.9% of the world's oil reserve. So it is known as actual resource. Now what is sustainable development and conservation? Development that takes without damaging the environment, that is, without harming the environment. And secondly, it meets the need of present generation without compromising the needs of future generation. Means such a development path in which the needs of present generation are fulfilled, and this is also kept in mind that we use the resources in such a way that it can be conserved for the future generation. This type of development is known as sustainable development. Overuse of many of the resources have led to their deterioration and depletion, means their quality and quantity is decreasing. So it is essential that we use all the natural resources judicially, that is, with proper planning, and minimize the depletion of natural resources. Not use the natural resources in as much quantity as we want. It is not so that water is a natural resource, then we can open the tap and keep the water flowing. We should use them properly. If we will conserve them, then only a path of sustainable development can be followed. It is very necessary to conserve the varied species which are given. So, this is all about the first chapter. Thank you.